Welcome back, everyone. I am Kate here with not another challenge, but rather a journey. I am titling the journey for July, Experimenting with Freedom, Seeking Sustainability and Balance. Essentially taking what I learned throughout the Doing All the Things challenge, which was what's important to me, what matters to me, and looking to incorporate that into my life in a way that brings peace, that is sustainable, that allows freedom, to experiment with different things. So what is this going to entail? For one, the goal is you're going to see less of me like this because it's going to consist of clips, just, videos throughout my day. Now, what will I be sharing? This I'm so excited about. So yes, I'm going to be walking. Different from in June, because for July, I'm going to be doing 1 mile daily. The catch, a different path or route every day. I'm so excited just saying that because I love variety. I love change. So this is really playing into so much of who I am already. Like, yes, where am I going to walk tomorrow? Where I want to go walk there. How do I get there? Like, just a whole different vibe. And I'm so excited about it. I'm sure there'll be plenty of walks where it's over 1 mile. But again, the goal is 1 mile daily. It has to be a new path. I do want to point out that I am allowing walking the path or route in reverse is going to count as a new path. The reason for this is I had read years ago that when we do something simple as changing something we normally do. So if it's as simple as putting on your left pant leg versus your right, or your right sock versus your left, whatever you normally do, doing it the opposite way. For example, even driving to work, maybe driving a different way to work. When we incorporate these new things, these differences into our life, it actually stimulates the brain differently. And if I'm not mistaken, helps build new pathways in our brain. So really excited about this just in general, but also for like the mental, like, ooh, this will be fun. I'm already so excited about it and brainstorming all these different routes versus if I would have just continued what I was doing in June, I wouldn't have this same excitement. So already really riled up over that. Now, this other part I'm pretty excited about, and that is I plan on wearing a different outfit every day in July. A couple of reasons behind that too. I just have so many clothes. It's really time to just start narrowing down my closet and getting rid of stuff. Forcing myself to wear different clothing, like a whole different outfit every day for July, is really going to help me see, okay, I don't want this. I do want this. This is getting too big, whatever. Speaking of that, I'm also going to continue with my weekly weigh-ins. So there will be some things that will remain the same. Drinking 3 bottles of water daily minimum, no cigarettes. Now, instead of being sober, as I was through the month of June, July is going to be more flexible. I'm going to refer to it as practicing sobriety because I'm not going to adhere to being sober. I'm simply practicing sobriety. There's a difference there, and I'm claiming that difference. Being sober is essentially, that's your lifestyle. That's how you're living your life. You're sober. Practicing sobriety for me is really a matter of moderating alcohol and weed, not indulging and binging, but just allowing a little bit here and there. So moderation, but also not allowing that moderation to be daily. So practicing sobriety, because the intention is to remain sober mostly, throughout July for sure. Still an objective for me, but going to allow myself drinks and weed occasionally. I still plan on doing at least 10 minutes of Pilates daily, different from the 20 minutes in June with the Doing All the Things challenge. I do still plan on fasting for a minimum of 16 hours daily. Now, the weekly 36-hour fast, I just haven't made up my mind there. And again, that's what July is about. It's about, instead of June where it's like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. July is more, what am I doing? Like, it's more fun, it's more open, it's more free. And I'm so excited about that. So, not sure what I'm doing, but it's on the radar for sure. I don't mind the 36-hour fast. I like them. I don't have a problem with them. And I've been doing them for about 3 months now, since mid-April. So, not sure. Another fun thing that really sparked this journey was me thinking about what I was going to cook for dinner, which included rice, and ultimately wondering, like, can I eat rice and still remain in ketosis? Because as we saw throughout the Doing All the Things challenge in June, I would have potato and a little sweet dessert and still be able to test in ketosis. So really expanding and experimenting with a few more freedoms here. So very excited to, be the guinea pig in a sense and have some rice and see if I'm able to maintain ketosis. It won't just be rice. There'll be some other things I'm going to allow myself throughout this journey. So certainly still lower carb, just not as strict there. And again, it was never low carb. It was just, I'm going to eat less carbs, right? Keep in mind, you can still check out the meals throughout this journey on my series, What's Kate Cooking? Probably a lag gonna be there between the video and the posting for what I've cooked that day, but nonetheless, that will still be there. Now, work is going to still remain on my radar as well, and there are a lot of personal reasons for that. I'm not going to get into those right now. But for the month of July, the goal is certainly to work at least 35 hours per week. Now, if I have PTO, I'm going to take that if it's available. I say that because I already have time off scheduled. So essentially just wanted to point out that, some of the goals from the Doing All the Things challenge are carrying over to July, to the Experimenting with Freedom journey. But they're varying, right? Some are the same, some are being modified, switching it up here. I do plan on doing my mindful minute every day still. Really excited about this one too. The Guinness World Records, right? Got that application done, something I'd been putting off forever. The Doing All the Things challenge really inspired me to just get it done, so I did. So excited that throughout July, I'm here to share those updates with you. And then a few other things, the 30 Plants Weekly, love that, love the variety, that's sticking around. The tea is sticking around, drinking tea every day. So some things will remain the same, some things will have been majorly modified. And again, I think instead of having a focus on what I'm eating, to an extent, it's gonna also be, am I still in ketosis? I think that's gonna be more of the question for the month is, am I still in ketosis? So really excited about, July and the Experimenting with Freedoms journey, seeking sustainability and balance. So this is the intro video. Let's get into day one, July 1. Now, mind you, what I did for July 1st was essentially took the day off from posting videos, and I essentially, I was having a hard time deciding if I wanted to do my walk, right? So the walk that I normally did throughout the Doing All the Things challenge, that 2-mile hill hike walk I've been doing 5 times a week since like April. I woke up July 1st and I just wasn't feeling it. And to be honest, seeing the dead deer on day 30, it was kind of symbolic in a sense that like day 30 was the end of the Doing All the Things challenge, and just seeing death, like the end of something with that dead deer right there. It all just kind of sat with me in a certain way. But more than anything, I didn't like seeing that dead deer. It also scared me to think that like more than likely an animal did that. So like, where is this animal? I just kind of didn't really feel safe. And really, I just did not want to come across that deer again. So July 1st, I really just took the day to think about what I'm going to do. I decided, okay, we're going to walk still today, Kate. We're going to do at least a mile. And I did a mile, and I'm going to share some of that with you, just a tiny bit. But again, kind of symbolic, because I'm walking up the hill backwards as I do. Next thing I know, there are deer coming down the hill beside me, and I could not get my phone out fast enough. But it was just so cool and almost just like affirming, right? You're on the right path, Kate. Here we've got life and tons of it. And the deer were like frolicking. You can see them jumping around. Just a really beautiful moment for me that, okay, this is where I want to be. This is what I'm doing, and this is working. Maybe I'm not walking the 2 miles I've done, but that's okay. I'm still walking. And look at what beauty I have right in front of me that ran right beside me. Man, I could not have got my camera out fast enough. I mean, just truly incredible to have experienced that. And then a little later that day, walked outside and more deer. So I don't know, it was just an interesting thing to see the end of one challenge with a dead deer and the beginning of a new journey with so many deer, lively deer. So this was the outfit for July 1st. Absolutely love it. These shorts are actually pretty tight on me. I don't normally wear them at all. The pockets like don't even close, but I did throw them on July 1st, wore this to take my walk and just said, screw it, it's a lazy day, and wore it the entire day. And really, I love this tie-dye shirt. I'm really also just excited to be going through my closet and really just excited to wear 30 different outfits throughout the month of July as I experiment with my freedom. So one other thing I wanted to point out, July 1st did consist of me smoking some marijuana. The remainder of these shorties I had went ahead and just said, you know, today's a down day. I'm relaxing. I'm going to allow myself to do this, not giving myself shit for doing it. And also hit my weed vape pen again all in the evening as an attempt to relax. And I really thought it was going to help me sleep, and I was going to sleep like 12 hours. Turned out it didn't. Speaking of that, check out day 2, July 2nd. And I also want to point out, I do plan on continuing my live giving away clothing for every pound lost. May even spruce it up and give away things like the yoga mat because I have a new one coming. So certainly stick around. You know, again, weekly weigh-ins, maintaining some of the healthy habits from the Doing All the Things challenge in June. Really, that's all I have for July 1st. Again, these videos may be lengthy, they may be simple, I don't know. I'm gonna work on July 2nd right now and see how that one goes. But mostly the idea is to not have this, but more of a, this is how the day has gone. This is that cool path I'm walking today. And this is what I have to share with you. So I hope you all stick around for the month of July. Still a ton of things going on. Very excited, but really allowing flexibility, experimenting with my freedom, seeking sustainability and balance. I'll see you guys throughout this journey. I'm so excited. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And by the way, if you want to somehow participate, cool. Maybe you could do that by simply doing one new thing yourself every day. I don't know, but hey, I'm here. I'm here for it. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for your time.